People see Astro Boy and be like, "Get that Astro Boy out of here! That's a child!" Never been warmer. Mari Cromber Weebs. My name is Cole. His name is Mike. His name is Jay. We like anime, and this is episode 156. I forgot to breathe.
It's optional?
It is optional.
Now you're manually breathing.
Now you're all manually breathing.
Switched off.
Breathing?
What are we doing?
Not yet. That's after. That's for after the podcast. Anyway, on this week's episode, we're going to decide which anime character would make a good tennis player. I don't know. Rafael Nadal is retiring, so I figured it was... I don't know, man. We're scraping.
Which anime character
here,
should
guys.
retire next?
Which anime character should retire next?
Give up, retire, ya fraud.
Hey,
That's what
no.
Cole says. Yeah.
No,
To all his characters he's nominated.
You get me for one more week at least. Okay. I ain't retiring yet. I got more in me. I got at least this episode left.
Okay. You're gonna go out like that guy, that bowling guy.
Yeah.
On like a perfect game and be like, you know who are? I am.
Who do you think you are? I am.
Yeah.
You watched.
Okay.
You watched.
Yeah. You watched.
Yeah, anyway, we're doing stuff. Game Awards were announced, so I guess we'll talk about that a little bit as well. Get in on that hot topical news.
Mm-hmm. So hot, so topical.
So hot, so topical. Speaking of hot and topical, Mike, we'll start with you. Hi, Mike. Did you have to cancel a trip again this week?
No trips canceled this week at all, which is good. Yeah,
that is good.
I
Snoopy's
just kind of I've been hanging out. I've been busy with work because we're doing. I've had a big project that we're working on. Working on a project. I can't tell you more about it. It's top secret.
It's top secret. There's aliens involved.
Aliens may or may not be involved. I've been also finishing up school, so I did my web development assignment. I had to use a database online. It has to basically like pull data actively, so it can't be like hard coded into it. And then you have to like basically turn it into like a little like search thing, like you can search it. So what I did is I pulled from a Pokemon database.
Okay.
And made like a little Pokedex that you just type in either the name or the number, and it pops up with their stats and the sprites, and you can click on the sprites and they turn to the shiny ones. So that was a lot of fun. And my brain's mush, and I'm looking forward to seeing my boys tomorrow for a little fun. So that's cool. Yeah. What's up with Jay?
Can I meet them?
What's going on? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I also think it's funny when you just like you're talking and you put the weird emphasis on the wrong syllable. And it just, I don't know.
I love doing that though. Like it
throws people off.
Mm-hmm.
It's also fun like
people off.
Mispronouncing words for no reason.
Yeah. For no reason.
For no reason, not because I'm like mouthfully challenged. That's all.
Yeah.
Not that reason.
Orally
like we're recording
challenged.
a podcast.
Podcast?
We're recording a podcast?
Oh my God. You know, people come here and they listen to this. You realize that? Like people come here.
Sorry.
They listen to us. Widowy talk like babies. That's what people come here for.
It's great audio content for sure. It is what we're all about here. But yes, in other words, I am not up to much lately. So I'm gonna take this ball. Cole is so eagerly thrown my way. He said, my dear friend Mike, I want to know what's going on with you.
Didn't say that.
There's a lot of love packed into that ball.
Let me spell. Smells like love. I'm going to take this love ball and I'm going to whip it at my friend Jay. What's up with Jay?
I want you to smell it now, Jay.
Oh,
yeah, you can smell it now too.
You know those people like when you throw a ball at someone, they just like miss wildly and it just falls on the floor. And they have to like slowly pick it up. Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say, you know those people when you hand them a ball and they smell it.
Smell it. That's their first.
That's
instinct.
me.
Yeah. Smells weird. It smells funky.
Kind of a tangent to that. Shazena's grandma has a pet peeve of people who sniff their food before they eat it, and I just think that's such a funny thing to bother people.
I don't know. Maybe. I guess.
I don't know. Because it's
kind of.
I think I could see like from a perspective of like maybe it's rude.
Maybe
if it's like someone's homemade cooking.
Yeah,
I don't know. It doesn't bother me.
I've been lied to of what's in
if you're like
homemade food enough that like.
Yeah.
If you pull a face while you're smelling someone else's food like that, that's one thing.
Or even worse, because I mean that's obvious. You know what they're thinking. This would be worse.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Yeah, like say I handed you an apple and you're like, what do you do with that?
Just
you know?
No react. Just neutral. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just
I don't know what you do with that.
Yeah.
Oh, Jay almost bit his phone in half there. That's scary. But yeah, Jay.
That was
Jay. I'm
sorry,
sorry,
Jay. What are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
So yesterday I was reading Asadora. I got a couple more volumes from the library of that.
Nice.
And I would have been caught up had Volume 8 not like just released.
It's still releasing? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's still coming out.
Oh.
It's the work that Urasawa is currently working on in Japan.
It's obviously a masterpiece.
It is really
working
good.
on it.
It's
the work that keeps on working.
kaiju manga.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
I know nothing about Asadora, to be honest with you. So
yeah, it's actually like a really, really cool story about a girl who flies a plane trying to stop a kaiju.
Okay.
Yeah,
I can relate.
Yeah.
Does a kaiju have a number? Like somewhere
No.
between 7 and 9?
7.5.
Yeah, it'd be somewhere in between.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, no, like it's really cool. The thing that Urasawa, in my opinion, does really well with manga is his dialogue is immaculate.
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
he has some of the best dialogue in manga, which like,
Pacing too is excellent. Yeah.
Cole, yes.
Okay, I just have a question, and I don't know, maybe it's a stupid question. But today on our Discord, maybe it was yesterday. By the way, come to our Discord, leave a like. I forgot to do all of that stuff. Leave a like, subscribe, blah blah, whatever. God, you.
I also feel bad because I didn't do the countdown of the numbers. So 1, 5, 6. There we go.
Listen, we're not on our A game here today.
Yeah.
You know?
Look, today's a chill day.
Yeah, we're just chill guys.
Slack.
We're just chill guys.
Anyway,
we're just 3 guys.
Jay, you said does having the author's name on the cover bother anybody else? And I was just wondering why. Like, personally, no.
Oh,
no, it doesn't.
That was no. The question was to Mike specifically.
Yeah,
and
he posed it specifically to me because he knows I'm an anal.
Because the specific cover of Asadora has Urasawa's name like in 2 rows for one cover, and then every other cover it's all in the same row.
That as well as like it like partially overlapped with the picture in some of them, but not all, and like it wasn't always in the same spot, and it's just like very inconsistent. Like and it was on white text, and it overlapped with like a beige part of the picture, and it was just like, what are you doing?
Okay. So I see now why you asked the question. Mike's going off on a tangent. He's losing his mind.
I
see the
Jay
steam
knows me.
coming
That's
out of
the
his
thing.
ears.
I started a conspiracy.
Yeah. He knows me. He knows that I am. I see these things, and it bothers me because I'm a psycho.
Yeah.
I mean that's fair. That is fair.
But yeah, no. I honestly feel like Cole, you should read Urasawa's stuff. Like not just because like he's good at what he does, but like everything I've read by him is basically like a conspiracy that slowly gets unraveled.
Okay.
Yeah, Cole would like it too. It's very like it'd be up at Cole's alley in the way that it's like not very anime-y, I would say. His stuff usually. This one's a kaiju mystery. Cole, there's a plane involved apparently.
There is a plane.
You are a
involved.
plane guy.
Yeah.
Cole does like planes.
The whole thing starts off with a pilot, an ex-pilot teaching a girl how to fly a plane.
Okay.
Cole, there's a girl in it too.
There is a girl. That's the main character.
I can't
Her name's
read
Asa.
it. I can't read it. It's too many cooties. Too
Yeah,
many
but
cooties
Asa's a
in that
good
one.
girl.
All right, okay. I hear your guys' recommendation. I hear it. I take it and I throw it on the ground.
Well, you should read Mono then, because
I'll pick it up eventually, though.
It's by the creator of Laid Back Camp, and it just came out.
Oh, what was was that the one you just suggested recently to me? You sent me a text that I ignored.
I've sent you many texts.
Which one? Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, cool.
I don't know. That makes me sound worse than I am. I don't ignore you guys on purpose. I just I have a lack of attention, and I forget to respond.
That's okay. We'll still.
It's not intentional.
But I suspect, Cole, that like the route that you remember how you were with Berserk for the longest time, where you're like, oh yeah, I'll get to it eventually, but I'm just kind of like intimidated by it. I suspect that's kind of your feeling with Urasawa's works as well, where it's kind of
probably.
Everyone gives it like this acclaim, like it's universally beloved. So you're kind of like, well, what if I don't like it? I'm a little scared of that.
It's not as much in the forefront as like something like Berserk is to me.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Like you hear about Berserk often, where like people say, "Oh, go read Monster, it's incredible," but then you don't hear about it again for 2 months unless you do this podcast with I don't know, hypothetically, 2 wonderful people.
Can
if
I meet
only
them?
I did one. Yeah, if only I'd like
honestly
to meet them
though, like think about this, Cole. Me and Jay rarely agree on really anything. We can both agree this is incredible.
Yeah. My one worry is like, because I really want to read 20th Century Boys, which is another acclaimed work by Urasawa, and I'm just worried that like it's so similar to Monster that I'm gonna be like, this is just Monster, but again.
His works do kind of have a running thread through them, I'd say, of his style.
Asadora is different enough that like I can distinguish the two. Just like Monster and 20th Century Boys, like just from the pitches I've gotten for both of them and after having read Monster, they seem so similar. Like the antagonist is like this like smart, manipulative
I would say
guy.
give it some time and just kind of like let some time pass between like reading the two. So that way you're oh, I kind of want something, you're in the mood for something like Monster, and then if it is kind of similar, you know, like enough time has passed that your appetite is whetted again.
And I mean, who knows, I could be completely wrong and it could be like a completely different thing.
I don't know if you've ever been wrong before, Jay.
Yeah, it's rare.
Yeah,
it is
uncommon.
rare.
Yeah.
It is rare.
It happens, but it's
a good feeling when you're wrong, because like it means you have something.
I
left to
wouldn't
learn.
know.
It means you have to learn.
I'll take your word for it.
The funny thing is, like, there's a guy at my work who, like, unironically declared that he'd never been wrong. Like, full-throatedly.
He just experienced his first time. Paradoxically.
Yeah.
I sent.
I thought that was such a wild thing to say.
I think I sent this to you, Mike. That meme where it said, "I'm never wrong. I'm either correct or lying."
Yeah.
Yeah. Good memes. Yeah. Memes.
I guess that's going off of like when people are wrong, and instead of saying I'm wrong, they say, "Oh, I'm lying. Actually, it's this."
Yeah. It's not that I'm wrong. I'm just lying.
It's that you're lying.
I'm just lying. I knew that the whole time. I'm a genius.
Anyway, Jay, I'm glad that you enjoyed whatever you were talking about.
Asadora. But Cole,
Asadora.
How's Farming Simulator? Have you been able to leave your PS5?
No, Farming Simulator is wonderful. I'm having a wonderful time playing it. But I actually wanted to talk about...
Update on the hour count quick before you do.
130 hours. No,
oh my
I just
God.
wanted...
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Ironically.
Stop. Get some help.
Get some help. Yeah.
No, okay. I actually wanted to discuss something that's tangentially related to anime. Are you guys familiar with...
unusual.
Yeah, are you guys familiar with this thing? So anime is often based on this print media. It's called manga. Are you guys familiar with this?
Mangoes? I've had mangoes before.
Yeah, I've had a mango before.
Yeah. So I'm reading the mango for Dragon Ball Z, of all things.
You posted in our Discord a panel from Dragon Ball Z. And I was like, is that crazy bastard reading Dragon Ball Z?
That crazy bastard is.
And it's obviously like you went down the rabbit hole of enjoying Daima so much that you were like, I'm going to check out Z. Exactly. That's what I inferred from this
yeah,
post.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's fun. I mean, like, go figure. Of course,
campy,
it's Dragon Ball Z.
A little bit.
It's campy. Yeah. The one I posted to you guys, or that I sent to you guys, was when they thought they killed Vegeta. So they're like, oh, well, we may as well dig him a grave. And then he's like, for yourselves.
That's like the very like, call an ambulance, but not for me.
Not for me. Exactly. That's what I was thinking of. So yeah, just like funny little bits. The pacing is way better in the manga. Like,
I believe it.
So much better than the anime. And like, I get it. The anime was, it's a problem with anime, but
well, especially of that period, right? Of like pre-2000 long running shonen. So are you like petitioning for like a Dragon Ball Z remake? Is that what you're saying?
You know what? Strangely, yes, I am.
I feel like a Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z remake, I feel like kind of would hit now, honestly.
Yeah. In the same art style as like Daima. Like Daima's gorgeous, right?
Daima's
now.
gorgeous. And just like can follow the manga more purely and less like fillery instead of just trying to remaster the old stuff. I kind of like that idea. You just put it in my head. I'm like, I'm gonna call for this now.
Do a Brotherhood.
Instead of like a 10-cent show, it's like an actual full-fledged dollar show.
Yeah. Sure.
Because Daima.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I think Daima's referring to the demon realm.
I know. I'm making a joke, Mike. It's a
funny.
You're supposed to laugh now.
I will not. I will not.
Yeah. I will. No, here's the thing with Daima, Mike. You said the remake, and that's actually a popular thing that's going around on the internet right now, because in the first episode of Daima, there's like that recap.
Yeah.
Like the first 10 minutes of it, and that's all reanimated from Dragon Ball Z, and it looks incredible.
I know.
And if they could do all of it, and I think the director for Daima right now has said he would like to do a remake of Dragon Ball.
Here's the thing. For, is it Bandai? Jay, help me. Who makes Dragon Ball? Toei. For Toei, it's such a slam dunk because like, know people would like it. You just know. You know people would watch. Right? And like Dragon Ball itself is so old at this point that like it's
almost inaccessible.
It's almost inaccessible, and Dragon Ball Z is just paced so horrendously that it's almost kind of inaccessible too.
Yeah.
So
yeah. And fun fact, my Cody bot has the first 5 volumes of Dragon Ball.
Oh, sweet.
And that's all of Dragon Ball. So I have all of Dragon Ball in my house, so I could just read them whenever I wanted to.
Daima's putting me in the mood. I like have been thinking about like checking out Dragon Ball because I'm really enjoying like the Kid Goku adventures, and I feel like Daima is like a tribute to Dragon Ball.
You guys are falling for the trap. You fall into the ploy.
Oh yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are.
They get another 20 years of my dedication apparently.
Yeah. No, I mean, hey, like we all grew up with Dragon Ball Z. It's nice to have good Dragon Ball.
Some fresh life. Yeah.
Not that I was like a hater of Super or anything, but that's what prompted this. I tried watching GT, and I gave up after 2 days. So I'm like, I'm just gonna read Dragon Ball Z, and
yeah.
What
now I want to get Sparking Zero
Z over classic Dragon Ball.
I'm scared of Dragon Ball. There's something.
It's very dated.
Scared is the wrong word, but it's like quaint in a not appealing way to me.
I remember I tried reading classic Dragon Ball. I have the first 3 volumes on my shelf somewhere, and like it didn't hit. Like the thing that makes Dragon Ball Z so fun is how high octane the fights can be.
Yeah, it's goofy.
That the fights can be. And that's not like Dragon Ball proper is more of a gag manga.
Yeah, it's more of a comedy, I would say. Whereas like Dragon Ball Z and Super are more of like a action power scalers fantasy
with comedic elements in it.
Yeah. And I mean, Akira Toriyama was first and foremost
he's a gag manga writer.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's enough. Let's stop talking for now.
Yeah.
Okay. A moment of silence for the loss of.
No, don't say anything because then I'm gonna feel bad when I talk over it. Let's talk about the. Let's go into the game corner. If I had the button. If I had a button,
I don't have the soundboard this week, so this is on you, Cole.
Welcome to the game corner.
It's the Game Corner. Let's talk about the nominees for Game of the Year. We've got a curated list, specifically curated for you, the anime listener. Let's start with Content Creator of the Year.
Is this like AniPro's Game of the Year awards?
No, the Game of the Year awards. I don't know
the
how,
Game Awards.
The Game Awards.
Oh, the Game Awards. Oh, gotcha. I just wanted to. I didn't know where we got this list from.
The Game Awards.
Oh, okay.
From the Game Award. We got this off IGN. Okay, and I'm sorry to everybody that we had to reference IGN, but they're pretty
they
good
did
for stuff like this.
They do think that Demon Slayer is a 3 out of 10 anime.
That's true.
Just season 3. Just season 3 or 4.
And Too Much Water, etc.,
Mhm.
Yeah,
etc.
bad Pokemon game. Yeah.
I think they gave JJK2 a 5 out of 10.
We're not here to bash IGN. Lots of people do that, and we will do that soon, but not today.
Mm-hmm. No, we're talking game awards. Yeah.
Game awards. Yeah. Let's start with Content Creator of the Year. Of course, I wanted to talk about this one.
Mm-hmm.
So let's run through them. Queso, I don't know who that is. Elo Wan, I don't know who that is. Techno Gamers, I don't know who that is. Typical Gamer, I don't know who that is. Usada Pecora, I do know who that is. It's Pecora. Insert laugh from Pecora.
Insert her rap that she does.
Oh yeah, I do want to insert that.
I'm just gonna step out while the HoloLive fans do their thing. I'll be right back.
No, you don't need to step out, Mike. Come back. I don't have much to say about this. I'm just happy that HoloLive is huge, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just surprising that they haven't.
You know who should
Gargura should be the first nominee for.
Well, you know who should accept this HoloLive award since there's a tangentially connected thing to HoloLive right now.
Who?
Shohei Ohtani should accept the award for Pecora because the Dodgers had a HoloLive night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. I agree with that. I'm gonna petition for that. Do you guys have thoughts on this? It's okay if you don't.
I voted for Pecora.
Thank you, Jay.
You actually voted on them. Good
Yeah.
for you, Jay. Yeah. It's good to vote, Jay. I'm glad you've decided to exercise your right to vote on the Game Awards.
Stop.
And
we can talk about this off air.
Yeah. Casio, I do know who that is, and only because there's on my TikTok, I'll get videos of him. People like to send him K-pop songs.
Okay.
And there's this one funny clip that I saw where I guess a common meme with his viewers is that people make fat jokes at him, basically.
Oh, I don't like that.
I think he's kind of in on it.
Okay.
But because it seems like it's a large majority of his content, and then they sent them the Twice song "Donut" without telling him about what it was. He's like, "This is a great song," and then he saw what it was called, and he's like, "Oh, you bastards!"
Oh, I know this guy. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you've seen him before. Guy with a beard. Yeah, he's big.
Yeah.
He probably is gonna win this, to be honest with you. I would say.
Yeah,
it should
maybe.
be Pecora.
It should be Pecora. Yeah, I agree. Anyway, let's move on. Most anticipated game. Now, I just want to kind of moan about this one, but let's run through them. Death Stranding 2 on the beach. It's the beach episode of Death Stranding. Ghost of Yotai.
Yotai.
I said it right the first time.
I think it's Yotai. Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto 6, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, and Monster Hunter Wilds. Here's my thing with most anticipated game. Because the turnaround on games is so outrageously long, Grand Theft Auto 6 will be the most anticipated game for the next 3 years.
I think it's supposed to come out next year.
Well, yeah. Well,
It's been
I'll
supposed to
believe
come
it
out
when I see it.
next year for a while, I feel. But yeah.
Yeah, but we
I
actually
think it is
had
officially
an official announced trailer and a date given by Rockstar rather than Grand Theft Auto 6 rumor for 2023.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I just mean I don't know, because they say it's supposed to come out next year, but there's a strong possibility it won't.
Well, here's the thing, even if it was just this year, right? Who what other games winning? realistically.
Oh yeah, no,
right?
no,
Like,
it will win.
People make memes like this came out before Grand Theft Auto 6. No other game ever has gotten memes like that.
Now let me be clear.
Like anything that happens in like people will be like, I can't believe we got Cole admitting he's wrong before GTA 6 or something. Yeah.
Well, I guarantee you won't. I guess what we could do, just we could put our cards on the table and say like who we would vote for in these categories.
I think that's fun. Yeah.
Or
so
who
you guys
we
said
would.
Pecora.
I
for
would
the
say
last one.
Pecora.
I say
Pecora.
probably Casio.
Pecora.
For this one,
personally speaking, I'm most excited for Ghost, but I think Grand Theft Auto 6 will win, and that's not a hot take. I don't think.
No.
Yeah. And the interesting thing is, I don't know that it'll be out for this time next year, which is curious. So like it might win most anticipated game twice in a row.
That's kind of what I mean,
right?
Because
it's supposed to come out fall 2025, so it very reasonably could be on next year's most anticipated game list.
But even then, like if it doesn't get delayed, they might not even put it on if it's like coming out in like another month from now.
Yeah. Just put it straight to the Game of the Year award without everyone ever playing it, because it should. They might as well, honestly.
Yeah, I think it would just like not be on any of the lists, and just they could wait for next year.
I could go either way.
What are you guys pulling for on this one?
It's hard
I'm
because
just gonna
like
say GTA 6.
Well, yeah, like the thing is, realistically, nothing's beating GTA 6.
Yeah, I'm gonna pretend it comes out in September next year, and it's officially the best game ever made or whatever.
If I were to say like which one I'm the most hyped for, I'd probably say Metroid Prime 4.
Okay.
But
yeah,
I've never been able to get into Metroid Prime games. They're too hard.
No,
I don't know.
I
mean, that's fair.
They're fun.
Yeah, they're hard, and it just doesn't. I don't know. There's something about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But getting a Metroid Prime 4 after this long is pretty hype. Like that's obvious. It's going to be.
We're getting a Metroid Prime 4 before Grand Theft Auto 6. Anyway, best mobile game. Mike wanted to put this on here because he wants to talk about a game. Anyway, AFK Journey, Balatro, the card game that everybody's.
I've been seeing so much about Balatro lately.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of card games, Pokemon trading card game Pocket. And then the two waifu games, Wuthering Waves and Zenless Zone Zero. I've played Zenless Zone Zero. That's the only one on this list, and it's fun. Okay. I enjoy it.
I think last year Star Rail won, I think, right? This I can't remember.
I can't remember.
Yeah. In my mind, I think Balatro's probably gonna win this one, just because it's kind of like the more artsy pick. It's the distinguished individual's choice is what I feel on this list. But
not to spoil anything, but the fact that it's nominated for Game of the Year.
That's kind of a spoiler. That's true.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Unless people do they'll vote it for Game of the Year and then not this one, but they could also do the opposite.
Well, the thing is, just to push back on that a little bit, TCG Pocket has been going nuts lately in terms of popularity.
Yeah, that was the one I wanted to talk about. Was TCG Pocket.
Yeah. Please, Mike, please tell me about this.
Jay,
Pokemon
continue speaking.
Well, you're the one who said you wanted to talk about it, so talk about it.
Okay, you said it was going nuts, and yeah, it did $12-something million in sales in the first week.
Yeah.
People, honestly, as someone who plays the Pokemon TCG, I think I looked at my stats the other day. I have 1,200 matches or something silly like that. I really appreciate this game because it's it simplifies the game to a point where it's way more accessible. It's almost like they made it with the idea of hooking people who don't normally play TCGs into getting them hooked on the TCG mechanic of both the pulling of stuff. So it's the perfect gacha game. It gives you just enough free stuff. The formula is just I find so great for TCG Pocket.
It's the Pokemon Go version of their TCG.
Pretty well. It just works. And Jay, I think you've been also playing this one too, right?
Yeah, I've kind of fallen off. I pretty much just log in to open my packs for the day and then kind of close the app. But
okay, have you done in the battles at all?
A little bit, and it's fun. But it is a bit too when you play both of them back to back, it's just kind of the regular TCG has a lot more depth to it. That makes it more fun.
If you're an experienced player of TCG games, then yes, obviously the babyified version of the game is going to be a little almost too simple. But I do appreciate that this one has auto battle in the battling system, because I feel even though it's like not the best battle system, but it can kind of show new players like what is like an ideal move in each situation. And like even Shizena, who really had no interest in playing the TCG, like playing it, is doing these battles and like learning like TCG strategy, which I find like really cool that they managed to accomplish that with this. Yeah. Plus, like the cards are just like cool. The cards are cool because they use like art, like kind of like it's like a greatest hit of the art of Pokemon TCG since like it was created. So I find that cool. Yeah.
Nice. And yeah, I just want to again shout out Endless Zone Zero, MiHoYo. They just can't stop hitting.
Yeah, I need to play that.
Gotcha Arena Fighter. I mean, man,
they keep making the same concept but in different genres.
But they're completely different games though. Like
that's the thing. They're like, okay, we know people like waifus. Let's just make a X game with our waifus, and then it's just like sell. It's just like, you're geniuses. You've done it again.
You've done it again. And their character designs are just
they're
so
good. They're so good.
Now best score and music. I have a feeling I know why this one's on here. So we can run through them.
Yeah.
Astrobot, Final Fantasy Rebirth, Metaphor ReFantazio, Silent Hill 2, and Stellar Blade. Jay, why did you want to talk about this? Let's talk about Metaphor ReFantazio.
The music and the overall score in Metaphor is absolutely amazing. If this doesn't win, I will personally throw riots because I don't think there's any game.
I don't know. You can't put
Final Fantasy. Final
Fantasy.
Man. Metaphor
Astrobot is kind of crazy too.
I don't even remember the score for Stellar Blade.
I was going to say that Stellar Blade is you're just listening to the cheeks clapping the whole time as she's running. That's the whole point of the game. So
I was too fixated to pay attention to the sound.
There was music in this game, Cole says.
Yeah. Metaphor ReFantazio, I didn't mind ReFantazio's score. I found it a little like there's that one where the guy is just like yelling through the score.
It's a monk. Like
I understand. No, I get it. I know.
It's a bit much for him, maybe.
But it's a guy yelling. You tell me it's not a guy yelling. You're going to tell me I'm lying? You're going to tell me I'm lying, Jay?
You're going to tell me I'm wrong? Am I wrong? The Wicked Witch of the East, bro.
Is the guy yelling as someone who's not heard this? Jay, can you admit the guy's yelling?
No, I can't because he's just doing a chant.
Stubborn.
They got an actual monk to do the chant.
Yeah, allegedly.
Yeah.
No.
Tell.
He's like performed the song at I think it was Tokyo Game Show.
My monk dar isn't going off here. This is I think this is a fake
dar.
monk.
No,
I don't question this monk's credentials.
He's an actual monk.
I have no idea which one's going to win this one, to be honest with you, though.
I think it'll
probably
be
Metaphor or Final Fantasy. Just because I think a lot of people... Score is like a little too artsy-fartsy of a category, and I feel like most people are like, I don't know, and just pick whichever name they know.
I'll vote for Metaphor, though, for Jay.
Yeah.
I'll vote for Metaphor.
I'm not going to vote, so...
I'm going to click it, and I'm going to say, this one's for Jay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you going to thank me for that, Jay?
I mean, you do what you want.
Okay, then. I won't do that, then.
You have the freedom to make your choice, and if you don't want to vote, then vote. If you want to vote to help me out, thank you.
I'm going to vote for Stellar Blade.
I'm going to vote for Stellar Blade, too.
Okay.
Yeah.
For the memes.
All right.
For the memes. Let's talk
the
about...
The producer comes up on stage to accept the award, and they're playing the best track from Stellar Blade, and it's just
Which
claps.
is just...
He's like, oh, everyone's like clapping as he goes up. I see like, oh, you're familiar.
And let's wrap this conversation up with Game of the Year, which there's one of these things is not like the other. See if you can pick it out. We've got Astrobot, Balatro, Black Myth Wukong, Final Fantasy Rebirth, Metaphor ReFantazio, and Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree.
Hey, isn't one of those a DLC?
Yeah, why did they put a DLC in here, Jay?
Because this is a weak list.
So, no, I don't think it's that weak.
No, I don't think it's weak. I've had people who, I've had Shadow of the Erdtree people tell me, like, this shouldn't be on here.
I agree. Like, before they even announced the thing, they were like, "Oh, we're including DLC in our nominations because we think DLC should." Then make a category.
Make a DLC. Yeah, make a DLC category
for best DLC.
Mm-hmm.
Because like,
but I think
is absolutely
it's hard
insane.
It's hard to distinguish what a DLC is, though, is a problem.
Additional downloadable content.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but like sometimes like something like the Cyberpunk DLC where it's like almost like a bigger game than Balatro, for example.
Here's my thing.
Right.
If you need to purchase if you need to have the original game to play this, that's a DLC.
Yeah.
It's not a sequel. It's a DLC.
You're correct. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I know. Like I said, I'm either correct or lying.
I'm just playing the devil's advocate. I can see why they did it. It's obviously a girthy DLC.
It's a big DLC. I get that. And it would definitely be DLC of the year. I'm not going to argue against that. It's just...
But I have to purchase a different game to be able to play it.
When you start blurring the lines like this, it's like, where do you stop then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Game of the year is going to be Dune Part 2, Game of the Year. Gladiator 2, Alien Romulus, Game of the Year. But it's not a game, it's a movie.
Or like you can make Fortnite Game of the Year because it's still releasing new content.
Where does it stop, Mike? Where does it stop? Game of the Year, chess.
My Game of the Year, Duck Duck Go.
Duck Duck Go, Game of the Year. Yeah.
Some people say their game, like their eligibility for Game of the Year is, did I play it this year? Yep. Okay, then it's eligible.
Yeah.
That's personally how I do my system.
I have
not played one of these games.
I played Super Mario Bros. For the NES this year for the first time. Game of the Year 2025.
Game of the Year. Yeah.
My Game of the Year 2020. Is this 2025 that we're doing?
2024, but
probably Chrono Trigger.
There's only one game I played on here, and that was Final Fantasy Rebirth. I did not finish it, just because it's so big.
Let's throw Jay a bone here about Metaphor Refantasio. I'm gonna vote for Balatro.
Does Metaphor belong here, Jay? Like,
I absolutely think it belongs here.
Yeah?
I don't think it's gonna win. I think Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is gonna win. But
maybe Black Myth though. Like that was such a huge thing.
It was, but like so was Final Fantasy. Like back when Final Fantasy came out, everyone was talking about it.
Yeah. I don't think Elden Ring will win. Like the pushback against it even being nominated is not just exclusive to us.
Oh no, I believe you.
Yeah, I maybe it'll win.
I could also see Astrobot, but like I personally feel a little discomfort with like a game. I don't know. It's just like it doesn't feel as grand as something like Final Fantasy VII.
Are you prejudiced against robots, bro?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. What the heck?
That's exactly.
He's so cute. Astro's so cute.
Well, he's not human, and
he never will be.
Never will be.
Astrobot is I don't know. Yeah, to be honest, I didn't even know that it came out.
Oh no, I've seen nothing but great things. I've seen nothing but great things.
Really
and from doing the demo that's included on the PS5, like I could see it being incredible.
Oh, yeah, but that was I agree. That was such a good like tech demo for the controller.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, after I played it, I never played it again. And I don't know.
But this is just more of that, I would assume. I'm assuming. But anyway.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth just seems like the most fleshed out, realized game of the bunch. So
Probably. That's probably, I'd say, the favorite.
Yeah.
Anyway, let us know what you guys think is Game of the Year.
I guess when
agree?
this comes out, let us know. And I think the Game Awards are like in 2 weeks, I think, from when this comes out.
On the 12th.
Yeah, 12th of December.
Yeah.
So we'll find out then.
Yeah.
It's always fun to watch. Maybe we'll give away Steam Decks again.
Yeah.
But let's dive into the mailbag here, boys.
Yes, sir.
It's time for the mailbag.
It's mailbag time. If you got a mailbag question, you can send it to us over at our website, AniProPod.com/mailbag, or on our Discord. This comes from the Discord. It is a patron priority mailbag. What is? No, it's from Mogmog, by the way.
Mm.
What is a good, all in caps, anime that you put down, but then just never picked up again for whatever reason? An anime you liked or enjoyed specifically.
Gentlemen, to your paused list, please.
To our paused
To your paused
list?
lists on AniLists.
I have
Yes.
my answer.
But
And let me tell you, I got to episode 6. I was thoroughly enjoying it.
Mm-hmm.
Go Loser Ranger.
oh yeah, you got to finish
Yeah.
that.
Forgot that it came out. I forgot. I
It's also a
forgot.
Disney
to
Plus
finish, too.
show, to be fair.
It's Disney Plus. That's exactly why I forgot. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not on the
Um,
forefront of your brain. Yeah.
Yeah. I really enjoyed the show. Just kind of lost it, and I haven't been able to find it. And R.I.P. to a goat.
I feel like it
Fair.
finishes
Go
strong
Loser
too
Ranger.
this season, so I think you're in for a treat when you finally do pick it back up.
Yeah.
Well, you're in for a treat. Cole.
Also, like, probably one of the best OPs this year.
Oh yeah,
It's up there. It's up there.
it's a banger. Do you guys got an answer? Either of you?
Mike?
Yeah, I got one. Well, actually, I have a few that I can think of that I might. First of all, I don't pause much. I either drop or just finish it. So the fact that these are on here, honestly, is frankly kind of a surprise to me. I'm gonna go with Mononoke. It is a 12-episode anime, so it's unusual that I paused it. But I think what happened is I only watched 2 episodes of it, and then I was like, oh, I need to watch this with Shazana. And I just kind of never did. So I really, really enjoyed it. I've thought about making you guys review it on the podcast multiple times because I've heard nothing but great things. And the 2 episodes I watched were fantastic. So I really need to get back and watch Mononoke. It seems very cool. It's very like artistic as well, which I appreciate.
Mm-hmm.
And actually just this year, like a sequel to it just came out. So that's kind of cool too.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think it's on Netflix, the movie, the new one.
Jay, do you got one?
Okay, in the
I
movie.
do. There's a show in my pausing that I am 21 of 23 episodes into.
Oh no. That's a classic Cole strategy. What is that?
Mm-hmm.
And I just haven't finished it. And like, I like the show. I don't know why I never finished season 1. And that's Welcome to the Demon School, Iruma-kun.
You don't need to finish that.
No,
I mean, if you want to.
it is a,
If you
it's
wanna-
a good show.
Yeah.
If you want to finish it, finish it. If you don't want to finish it, don't finish it.
But like, I don't know. I have 2 episodes left, and I'm just haven't gotten around to finishing the last 2. I don't know what it is.
You
Don't
do
know
that
what it
tonight.
is.
Do it tonight.
Do
Nah,
it
I gotta
tonight,
go back
Jay.
and watch more Orb.
Just
That's
throw
fair.
it on. Throw it on and just, eat your dinner.
Yeah, but I
And
gotta watch
enjoy it.
Orb.
Yeah,
Guys, go watch
there's-
Orb.
Orb
is
will be
really
there.
good.
Orb will be there.
Orb will always
You know what
be
else
there.
will be there? Iruma-kun. It's gonna be.
That's-
It's gonna be there whenever I need.
Yeah,
It's
it.
well,
going to be
it's-
there forever.
It's dusty. It's dusty. It's old.
Yeah, but
Nah,
then I have
watch
to blow
Orb.
the
It's probably
dust
better
off
anyway.
and like.
It's probably better anyway to watch Orb. Just drop it.
I do have some
I'll go
more.
back to it.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
I-
let her-
I thought on my paused
Hit
list
us.
here.
Hit us with your next paused anime.
Probably one of the best anime that I just kind of stopped and haven't picked back up. Gintama. Gintama. It's always been there in the back burner, and I just kind of haven't picked it back up. 23 episodes in. Enjoyed all 23 episodes. I know I like Gintama. I just haven't had the time. Haven't found the desire or the
drive.
strength to.
I feel like that's a tougher one to get back into just purely because it's so long.
Yeah.
That like it's not like Jay's where he has 2 episodes left where it's like, you know what? I'll just finish it. I'll just buckle
Mhm.
down for 40 minutes and just finish it.
Yeah.
Gintama, like, okay, I'm gonna pick it back up. Knowing full well you're probably gonna pause it again. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
tough. That's tough.
Yeah. And then my last one, just to throw it a bone, 9 out of 12. This was 9 episodes out of 12 episodes. This was one that I watched like when I was first getting into anime. Watamote. Remember that one? Yeah, I enjoyed that one. And it's been on my paused list for
Too
a
long.
long time.
Mhm.
Long time.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really cringy one, right? I think.
Yeah, like the character is like cringe,
Yeah.
kind of. Yeah. Speaking
Yeah.
of cringe, Mike, do you got any other ones?
Yeah, the other one I'll throw out there as my backup here. I guess I'll go with two just to make it nice and round and even. My first one I'll throw out is Monogatari series 2nd season. I've apparently watched 3 episodes of second season. I believe there's 26.
You haven't even got to the toothbrush scene. Boo.
See, I did watch the toothbrush scene, so maybe I just didn't update my list properly. I don't know.
Maybe you just looked it up on YouTube. Maybe
No.
you're revealing something that you shouldn't be revealing on this podcast.
I was watching
maybe it was
the
all a
Daojin
dream,
version.
and you haven't
Yeah.
actually seen the toothbrush scene.
No, I know the full context of it, so I feel like I wouldn't get that from YouTube. I guess there's not that much context.
There's
to
not
it
much
when I say
context
that.
to it.
Yeah,
She just wants to meet Kambara.
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I've gotten further than the toothbrush scene, but I just need to rewatch the season. It's been too long that I just have to. Monogatari, I feel like I can't just pick up 2 episodes.
No,
in.
you gotta.
You
Yeah,
know,
it's one of those ones where you gotta just dive in, run through 'em.
And
Yeah.
the other big noticeable hole that I need to fill here is Mobile Suit Gundam Double Zeta ZZ, or if you want to call it that. I've only watched a couple episodes of it, and I just remember being like thrown off by it's just such a tonal shift from Zeta, which is kind of dark and depressing, and then it's kind of goofy at the beginning of Double Zeta. And the reason it's good because it's Gundam, and I need to pick it back up because I think it's like pretty much my biggest hole in the Universal Century. And once I've completed that, I've basically watched most of the Universal Century.
I'm basically done watching anime.
It'll like complete. It'll
That's
complete.
everything.
That's it. Then I've done it. Then I'm the grittiest Gundam known to you.
Known to me specifically.
Yeah, you specifically. No, speaking of Jay.
Yeah.
Speaking of Jay,
I guess I'll list off 2 more.
I
First
guess
one
so.
at the this is gonna disappoint Cole. Insomniacs After School. Haven't finished it.
Mhm.
okay.
I don't know. I just I fell off a little bit.
Boo.
Just
Hiss.
never picked it back up. Never picked it back up.
That's
and
fine.
I mean that's
That's
just
okay.
kind of most of these shows. Like it's not that I didn't like it. It's just like bandwidth too wide. Must drop something.
I feel like you take on almost too much. Like you overwhelm yourself to the point where like you just you have to just stop, and it just like things fall through the
weird.
cracks.
We are
it's
professional
the same,
anime watchers.
It's the same cycle of like I need like I'm super interested in the new stuff coming out. I need to see more. And then like it like my interest funnels. You know,
I feel like you like fill up your watch list so wide at the start, and then you're just like I'm overwhelmed, and then you don't watch anything for like a while.
Yeah.
But I mean, like that's how you whittle it down, right? That's how you get the good stuff. Yeah. But Jay, what's your second, the final show that we're going to talk about ever?
The final show, yeah. This is an anime that I don't think either of you have seen, but like I know I'm gonna like it, and I did like it when I first started it. I just never got back to it, and that's Go Sick.
It's sick.
It is sick. I watched the first 4 episodes of it of its 2-core run. And I liked it. I really did. And then I just kind of found other stuff to do, so I put it on the back burner and never picked it back up. So, yeah.
Well, rest in peace to those shows, I guess.
Yeah, nice knowing them. them. Yeah.
We will get back to them, but not today.
Not today.
Let's take a break. We'll come back from a break, and we'll see which tennis character is the best anime player.
Yeah, tell
can
me
think of
about
that.
tennis.
Tell me
tennis.
Tell me more about tennis. Yeah, let's take a
tennis.
break. Hear the things he says to me.
You just said you weren't going to do this 2 weeks in a row.
We lied, Jay. Welcome to AniPro.
Here's the thing, Jay. Here's a little trick I'll let you in on.
Then why did we have to go through the preamble of scrapping the first thing then? That seems like a waste of time.
To lower your guard.
Because Mike and I are
you gifted in
fools.
other ways? Is that what you're
We
about
are.
to say?
Yeah,
We are. Yeah.
well, Cole's gifted in other ways. I'm just ungifted.
Yeah, Mike. We'll
Yeah.
find you a gift one day.
Yeah.
Maybe
It's
the
Christmas
gift
time
is
soon.
maybe the gift is pulling names from a hat. Maybe
I
that's
do
The
have
the
that
gift is
ability.
the friends made along the way.
Maybe the One Piece is the friends we made along the way.
No,
No,
he's already
Oh,
said it's
okay.
not going to be Cole.
It will be. I'm sorry.
See, the thing about that though, Mike, is he could have lied.
Damn it! No, that can't be. This can't be.
That's true. It's true. Okay, guys, it's time to be serious. Time to be serious, podcasters. We need to figure out which anime character would make the best tennis player.
We're men of
Again.
journalism, and this is what we must know.
Very serious. Yeah, so we've got a collection of anime characters that we will collect and then pit against one another to see which anime character
To the
would
death.
make the best tennis player. Now, Mike, if you would please tell us like
What's the
what
lore?
what is this what's the lore? Fill us in on the lore. Yeah, we need a lore dump.
Honestly, like I don't know why in these whenever we do tournaments or these little bits on the podcast, I always have to have like more of a scenario built up in my head. I'm a storyteller, I guess. I like a bit of a story to it. So in my brainium, I just feel that where I'm scrolling to remember what the hell I said to you guys. Okay, yeah. There's this little tennis tournament, Wimbledon. Have you heard of it?
I have heard of it. Yeah.
Okay. Canonically, you guys have both given the correct answers that you're expected on the podcast. Our anime characters have one. We're taking them. We take a team under our wings, and we train them up for a year to win Wimbledon. And they essentially just like know what they would. They're like the character they are, but they have to like abide by tennis rules. Like let's say we have like Goku, for example. Goku can't Kamehameha the tennis ball back to the other.
Or fly. Maybe
like
he can fly.
But yeah, maybe he can fly. But like you're like you're just the person and
They're
you're
just
playing
normally
tennis.
playing tennis.
Yeah. We're not using like supernatural powers or anything really. I wouldn't say anything too crazy anyway. And yeah, they have 1 year. They have to win Wimbledon. So and we're gonna see who's like the most like likely.
And none of
to
these
win this.
guys are like canonical like sports athletes.
Yeah, because
either.
that wouldn't be very fun if we picked like actual athletes. Because like, oh yeah, this guy's a better athlete than that one. No, we want like a bunch of weirdos and losers coming in and trying to win Wimbledon. That's what
just
we're
a
doing.
bunch of
of
lads
freaks.
and lasses.
Yeah, lads and
Bunch
lasses.
of lads and dames, as the saying goes.
Yeah.
Lads
I-
and dames.
I think that's a fun way to do it. I think we just kind of like we're trying to win Wimbledon with this ragtag group, and we'll see which one of our characters comes out on top.
Yeah. So to
the
be
most
clear,
likely.
the reason this was even pitched was because we were trying to figure out what we were going to do, and I was watching Sportsnet, which is the sports thing here in Canada.
No,
And,
really? Sportsnet is the sports network?
Yes.
What?
And
No, it's
Nadal,
not though. It's not though, Jay,
There's
because
two.
the sports network TSN is its own thing.
Yeah.
Unironically.
No, that is
yes.
true. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
TSN is the sports network.
And then Sportsnet is a sports network.
Yeah, let me just rant a little bit about the TSN thing. People complain about TSN because all they do is cover the Leafs, Toronto Maple Leafs, and then people say, "Well, what do you expect them to do? They're called the Toronto Sports Network." And then I say, "No, they're not called the Toronto Sports Network. They're called the Sports Network. The T stands for the, not Toronto. You fools."
Didn't it start out as Toronto?
No, it's always been the Sports Network. But
Okay.
they primarily, yes, they are based out of Toronto, which is to be expected. It's the biggest.
It's kind of
city
how like in the
Canada.
States when you watch NFL, it's always they always cover the Cowboys or the Yankees or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's they're the big team.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Nadal played his final professional match, so he's retired.
R.I.P.
So I thought let's talk about tennis. I guess I don't know. Tennis is an interesting sport. Rich people play it, and most
Tennis-
titles won at
Okay.
Wimbledon is not Nadal. It's actually Roger Federer. So,
Wow.
Federer is like
Feels like a sham. This whole tournament is a sham.
Federer's kind of sick though. Let's be real. And like tennis kind of is like sneaky drippy too. I feel like the
little
drip in tennis is kind of like it's kind of a cool look.
Okay, you got to factor this in with Wimbledon though. You can only wear white at Wimbledon. It's a rule. So factor that in. Make sure
that throws everything out the window.
Wimbledon's also real grass, I think, right?
Yeah,
like they play
grass.
on like clay and grass. Yeah,
yeah, it's grass.
That's a factor too. Yeah. Okay, so they have to be able to play on real grass. Okay.
Yeah. We got to factor all this in.
Jay,
factor this
I hope
in.
you're factoring this in. I have our first candidate ready to go whenever we're ready.
Oh, please go ahead. I'm ready to look it up on the trusty character stats and profiles wiki.
Okay, well, you're going to need to look this one up because it's my character. Tengen Uzui from Demon Slayer, the flashy Hashira. And I picked him because he's a Hashira, so obviously he is like quite capable athletically. But he's also quite gifted with hand-eye coordination. He uses two blades, right? I'm realizing, I'm going to say this is not late into the deep. This is like when you first meet Uzui, or maybe like in the middle of the arc Uzui. This is not after his retirement Uzui for kind of obvious spoilery reasons. That would probably make it so that he's not a great tennis player.
It's implied that it's in their prime.
In their prime. You know? Yeah. Uzui, I think for tennis, we already covered the look is kind of drippy. This guy is dripping out. He's got like the best style for sure. He's rocking it. He's got a cool look. He's going on. He's got like some jewels on him. Maybe he's wearing some jewelry. He's like kind of a bad boy of tennis where he's like, yeah, you know, I'm not supposed to wear these gold chains, but I don't even care.
Violation.
Yeah.
That's
He's
you're gonna be fined.
Yeah.
You're gonna be fined. Okay.
Uzui
Specifically those gold chains. I'll take those.
Yeah.
Uzui.
He just wants the gold. Yeah. So I think he could probably play tennis pretty competently. I don't think it would take that much training to get him up there because he's already like a phenomenal athlete to begin with. Okay. So Uzui will be facing off against Cole, one of your nominations. Luffy. Ooh. Monkey D. Luffy. Weirdly, Cole nominated the One Piece character.
How could I not nominate
One Piece fan?
How could I not nominate Monkey D. Luffy? Let me be clear with Monkey. Now let me be clear with Monkey D. Luffy. Monkey D. Luffy has stretchy arms, and that is why I nominated him.
I had a feeling because it's kind of
you
genius,
just stand.
isn't it?
You just stand in the back and you just stretch your arms back and forth. But I guess like how would you transfer the racket from one hand to the other?
Why not just like stretch himself so like his stomach is the racket?
Yeah. Why doesn't he do that, Jay?
He would just stretch himself to be like the width of the court or something. And But is that legal? I don't think you can hit the ball with your hand.
No, you got to. I don't know. Maybe.
Racket, I think.
Okay. Well, let's say you got to hit it with a racket, which is still fine. He's got really long arms, so he can stretch out. He's got speed. Is one of his major things. So he's very, very fast. Here's one. Striking strength is one of his listed powers and abilities.
He is strong.
He can strike. Range, of course.
I'm going to be real with you, Cole, though. I think the problem I have with Luffy winning this is that it's not a matter of physical ability. It's a matter of mental ability and maybe like willingness to follow the rules and pay attention to the rules.
So you're telling me a pirate captain has the potential to not follow the rules? Are you really going to lead with that? That's your argument?
That is, yes. That's
your main argument.
So incredibly logical because I cannot picture Luffy even like absorbing the rules of tennis to begin with.
I don't think he'd be able to understand it.
I think he would just be like, I just got to hit the ball. And then he would hit the ball and it would like go into the stratosphere. And he'd be like, cool, I did it. Bring on the meat. And then people would be like, no, that's not how you play.
No, you fool.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of that, like, cool, I did it. And then you hear that that sound bite of Zoro shouting Luffy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that famous one that we definitely all know.
Yeah.
that I'm certainly definitely familiar with.
Yeah, cool. You could probably replicate it right now, because you know it so well.
Yeah. I could, but I won't. Well, Jay, like, obviously we're gonna vote for our own characters. So, like, where do you stand on this?
Well, I think you both make very good points.
So diplomatic. Thank you, Jay. Thank you.
However, one must move on. And one must be launched into the stratosphere.
Launched out of Wimbledon into the grid of lasers.
Into the sun.
The gridiron.
That's right.
Laser array.
Yeah. They've erected it's been a while since we've had the laser array erected around our stadium. So it happens. Yeah.
And you know what? I have to give the win to Uzui simply because I feel like he'd understand and participate in the game in a better fashion than Luffy, who would probably just hit the ball into the stratosphere.
If he even shows up for the tournament.
Yeah.
I certainly thought that Luffy would make it further than this. I thought he was a lock. But, sometimes...
If it was like a tennis tournament to like save a country from an evil dictatorship, he'd lock in.
Yeah, he'd win. Like every day.
But it's just Wimbledon.
If it were
just basically playing a tournament to get into Wimbledon, to be our representative, to be coached by us.
If it were
tennis masters.
Hisoka, who has an ability with the properties of bungee and gum, then like maybe we might send him forward. But
Hisoka would have been a good nomination here.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, but like I didn't know what else we would say about his ability has the properties of bungee and gum.
I don't know. That's kind of
it kind of does it all.
Kind of OP a little bit.
It is kind of, and he's like pretty fit too.
Well, we're not talking about him though. We're talking about the characters on this list.
Yeah.
So I guess Monkey D. Luffy confirmed bad character. Moving on.
Okay. Well, cool.
Jay agreed.
Tell us about a character named Ranma Saotome.
Ah, yes, Ranma Saotome from Ranma 1/2. Now, the beauty of Ranma is he can enter the men's and women's division. And not to mention, he is just generally like a pretty capable athlete in a way.
Honestly, like Cole, you brought up a really funny point that I feel like would be an episode of Ranma 1/2 where like he signs up for both tournaments, and so like he's got to play both, and sometimes he'll show up as his male form to his women's match. And so, like, he'll run away and then, like, be like,
quickly dump water on him.
Yeah.
And then, like, some ball boy's going to, like, spray, like, cold water on him, on his face or something. And he's going to be like, no! And then, yeah. I can just picture it. Not to mention, like Cole said, Ranma's quite a capable athlete.
Quite a capable athlete. Now, he's listed, his speed is listed as massively hypersonic. He can punch so fast that 100 punches. I'm just gonna roll with that. Look like one punch to superhuman people like Akane.
Okay, so here's my question for that. What does a punch have to do with tennis?
Well, his speed. It's his speed. His speed. He's so fast. He's also his stamina is superhuman according to this wiki, and his range is standard melee range to several kilometers.
You're just getting. I feel like this is just an episode where Cole like gets to read like wiki battle.
Well, I mean,
hey,
I'm coming
versus
in.
Battle Wiki.
I know he's just nerding out over versus Battle Wiki.
Listen, I'm coming in with research, and I'm definitely not just looking this up right now as we're on here. But definitely. No, Ranma, yeah, he's clutch. He's a clutch performer. The most recent episode, as of recording, he went in, played some game that was definitely not just made up specifically for the manga, and he started training the night before, and he won. He won the match. He's a clutch performer. He's superhuman, essentially.
Yeah, as they say in sports, he's got it.
He's got that dog in him, and he's also a she sometimes, which is
zany, wild, fun. Also, kind of technically gets 2 shots to win Wimbledon, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. I mean, hey,
a little bit unfair, honestly.
Kind of OP, if you ask me. Next up,
I'll take it.
We have another one of mine. Jay is apparently getting a first round bye this episode.
Yeah.
His characters are just getting passes. It's my character, Mikasa Ackerman. Okay.
Yes, Mikasa.
I considered
Ackerman.
Mikasa.
There were 2 Ackermans eligible in my mind. I feel like either of them would have been a good nomination here. But there was just something about me that just said Mikasa in like a tennis outfit would probably win Wimbledon, I think.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a
You
good
know?
one.
Especially goth Mikasa and
Like the new Goth Mikasa that was just released. Guys, Goth Mikasa dropped and she's playing tennis.
Goth Mikasa dropped. We weren't ready. I'm still not ready.
There's no preamble. They were just like, by the way, here's Goth Mikasa.
Here she is.
Yeah. Cosplayers, do your thing. And here's the thing that memes aside. Mikasa, very incredibly capable super soldier, super athletically gifted, instincts of a mongoose. She will take this tournament and make it her own and easily use her Ackerman fighting spirit and instincts to. I feel like it would be like not even a challenge for her to pick up tennis. It would be like almost easy.
It would be, but here's my thing. The motivation factor. I just feel like she wouldn't be motivated enough because like, A, she's not like trying to save Eren. And B, like she's not trying to like not die. Where like Ranma is just like, he's a competitor, you know? He likes competing.
He literally just does tournaments all the time. That is a kind of a good point, actually.
Now, if your main argument was Goth Mikasa, I mean, hey, can't argue against that. But unfortunately, you said we're not talking about Goth Mikasa, so
I didn't say that. Let's be clear. I did not say that. I set the scene as
we literally have a recording of you and what you said, Mike.
I said,
and Cole can rewind the tape.
He probably will. Yeah. I set the scene with Mikasa in the little tennis outfit to begin with, which I'm sure is not the first time that we're going to mention a character whose name begins with the letter M in a tennis outfit.
No idea what
just a feeling. Just a feeling. About. Yeah. Anyway, as Cole has said in the first round, though, we obviously know that we're going to vote for our own characters. And who do we turn to? Jay-sama. Yeah. Jay-sama, please settle our battle of waifu and husband waifu.
Well, here's the thing. Cole made a very good argument with motivation, and I feel like at the end of the day, person who's like putting in their 150%, Sao Tome Ranma. So
yeah. I kind of agree with you actually, because I feel like Ranma's just kind of like gonna give it all and like is like basically like an animal for like tournaments, to be honest with you, and like competitive sports. Yeah, that checks out. Yeah. Sorry, Mikasa.
See ya, Mikasa.
See ya. Oh, finally Jay gets picked. This is an interesting one actually.
Okay,
I'm looking forward to hearing Jay's tennis pitch here. Johan Lieber from Monster.
Okay.
Oh,
yes.
Jay, take it away.
So Johan is a very gifted person in many different respects. He's like it. I feel like everything he does well. And he's just kind of like he comes across as like I don't want to say the perfect person, but like
I wouldn't say that. I know what you're saying,
like through the eyes of certain people, he like he looks to be immaculate.
So he's superhuman.
Under the guise of a tournament, or like a tennis tournament, I feel like he would perform very well, especially if he got a year to practice. Because like all the things that like make him the monster, he doesn't do out in the open.
Yeah.
And he doesn't do personally. So like
he kind of also has like that kind of like rich blonde white boy aesthetic.
He definitely
that
feels
I feel is
like
so
a tennis boy.
Tennis-y, you know?
Yeah. Tennis boy.
He's got like the tennis boy aesthetic going on, you know?
Yeah, that's true. That's a huge argument for him.
Yeah.
He definitely looks like tennis guy.
Yeah, like like if he was wearing like a tennis outfit, you wouldn't think twice.
Yeah.
And like, it wouldn't surprise me, just based on his character, how that he would just be like, yeah, I got it.
Very good at it. Yeah, I could see that.
Who is Johan up against?
A character you're familiar with. Ranma Sao Tome was the name drawn from the hat.
I mean, need I say any more than I just did 3 minutes ago?
Not even. Yeah. This is,
but I stand by it. I stand by it this
Yeah.
time. Again, I think he's just a competitor. And
At the same time, though, like, Johan would be really, like, I think especially if he had a year to practice, like, he'd be really, really good at the game. And if we're looking at motivation, like, the fact that he's there at all means that, like, there's something he's trying to accomplish
that our mortal minds can't even comprehend.
Yeah, I feel like Johan has, like, so Ranma has, like, the bonus power of, like, being able to enter the men and women's division. I feel like Johan's power is, like, he's somehow gonna, like, rig this, you know? Like, I just get that feeling, like, there's a scheme.
He's playing like 8D chess.
He's got a scheme going on here that he's just gonna, like, walk in and win Wimbledon somehow. And I don't know what it is, though, but I feel like he's capable of it.
Yeah, I get it, but here's the other thing, Jay. So you mentioned, like, imagine a year with Johan being able to train. Imagine a year of Ranma being able to train.
That's a
to
good
become
argument.
a tennis player. He's just got a head start on him. But then
know.
maybe there's diminishing returns at a certain point. Maybe there's a plateau you hit where it's like it doesn't matter.
I also see, like, in the Ranma hijinks, like, he just keeps getting sabotaged somehow, and, like, he doesn't.
That's a good point.
True. Not to argue against my own character, but, like, Ranma also comes with the baggage of people constantly trying to sabotage him.
And honestly, Cole, we are journalists, and we do have an oath to academic integrity on this podcast. So
that is true. Yeah, I can't be too fixated on defending my character. That all being said, Mike, of course we're going to vote for our own characters. So we turn to you, Mike, to break this tie.
It's on me. It's on me. Honestly, I feel like this is actually kind of a tight one. Do I go Johan? Do I go Ranma?
Those are the two options.
Those are the two options.
I'm kind of I'm just basically stalling for time as I think it through and, like, figure out where my heart leans. So I think this one, I feel like they're both very good competitors. I think Johan's got, like, that, like, savviness to him. But I feel like in my heart of hearts, I just can't discount Ranma in this one, I think. Just based purely on proven athletic ability, I think. I think that Ranma would be honestly, I'm gonna give Ranma the death kiss here, and I'm gonna say I think this might be like a sneaky possible winner of the whole tournament.
No. Anyway, he's out next round.
Yeah, exactly. It always happens. But when I don't know, Ranma's a pretty good candidate. I think Johan's also an incredible candidate and probably would have went far, but just kind of ran into a buzzsaw here. So I'm sorry, my boy Johan, who is not my boy. I don't appreciate that at all. I don't think you want to.
I don't think you want to die on that hill.
Yeah.
I am scared that we did cut him, though.
That's kind of the scary part is, like, what's going to happen now?
Yeah,
well,
to us specifically.
I could tell you what's going to happen. Cole, you're going to have to talk about a certain character whose name begins with the letter M and ends with Misato Katsuragi.
Of course. This would not be an AniPro tournament
here.
This would not be an AniPro tournament without me nominating Misato Katsuragi. I open up the arguments with imagine Misato in a tennis uniform. Wouldn't she be just the prettiest lady in the whole ball?
So would she show up to this thing sober?
I don't care. Honestly, like, she doesn't even, like, it's fine. You guys can vote her off. It's totally cool.
You've, like, accepted. You just needed to have her here, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Listen, like, okay. The meme is I only have to pick 3 characters, but Misato inevitably loses every time.
You kind of
like
give yourself. You get, like, you basically give me and Jay, like, a freebie every time. I kind of like it. It's good.
Now, in all seriousness, Misato is, like, you know, she's fairly fit. Yeah. She's a soldier.
Yeah.
I think given a year of training, she's on that Johan level, I would say. Yeah. Where she'd be good. Also tennis uniform. Yay. Very good. Nice. good. I like.
And she's quite like athletically gifted as well. Like I feel like we're like in every time this happens, we say, oh, Misato's actually kind of like a sneaky good candidate for this. Like she's kind of an everyman. She's always an everyman, but she never has that peak ability, in my opinion.
No. Well, maybe this time she does.
Yeah.
Who's she up against?
She's going up against another one of my characters here. Cole and I are facing off Duke for Duke in this one. It's my character Vivy from Vivy Fluoride's Song. A humanoid android designed to be a super soldier, capable of insane feats of athleticism.
It's funny, Mike. You nominated Vivy, and I almost nominated Vivy as well.
She's so perfect for this. Because, like, I can just, like, canonically picture Vivy, like, in universe doing a tennis match. Mm-hmm. Right? Like, she's, like... Her whole thing is she's an entertainer, so she'd have like the entertainment aspect of it down, like the crowd would be cheering for her for sure. She would rock the outfit, obviously. She fits the whole aesthetic of it, right? Like, I feel like that would be a slam dunk as well. And I just think like she's got like the reflexes. She's literally like a super soldier. Like
she's a robot.
She's a robot.
I think Misato does fit the vibe. Like I just imagine her showing up in her sports car, and like you get like the panning shot of like the ground where like she like gets out of the car, and it slowly pans up to reveal like the full tennis outfit.
Full tennis outfit, ponytail. Misato in a ponytail.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I do.
And then like she pulls up her sunglasses.
She's got the little visor.
And she's like, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I'm ready. And then she just loses immediately.
Yeah.
Be a hilarious gag.
Because she like didn't take the training seriously at all. She was just kind of like
she's like a little bit drunk.
Yeah. She's kind of just like, oh, I look so cute in this tennis outfit, and that's like kind of about as far as her training went.
Yeah, she's just all about the aesthetic.
Yeah,
I mean, she has to have some discipline if she's going to be like a soldier.
She is. Yeah. But I think she's literally up against it. Like, I think Vivy's a pretty tough candidate for her
now
here.
Yeah. Of course.
As the precedent that you guys set, you are each voting for your own character. So it is up to me.
I would also vote. Cole, would you vote for Vivy in this one?
I'm not going to say my vote.
Okay.
Which kind of gives it away.
Well, you guys set a precedent that you each vote for your own character.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
So it's up to you.
I think what I'm going for here is we're obviously gonna back our own character. So this way, like this is kind of fun. Everybody's vote still counts.
Yeah. Okay. I like it.
Yeah.
That way we don't have to listen to anyone say their vote doesn't count.
Jay, your vote counts.
Yeah.
Break this tie.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm down for fun. And also Misato in a tennis outfit. So I mean,
you dinkus!
It's a big argument. So I think we're going with Misato here.
Oh baby, let's go Misato into the second round.
I'm throwing cans of spite at you right now, boy.
I don't know, man. Misato with a ponytail and a tennis outfit. That's pretty powerful.
That's powerful.
Gooner. You absolute gooner.
I like it. I like it, Jay. I like it.
Right?
Good choice.
We have to abide by Jay's rules here.
Mike's so salty. It's insane.
Moving on. Cole, tell us about Astro.
Salty.
Cole picked Adam from Astro Boy. Tell us how great Adam would look in a tennis uniform.
Well, I mean, the guys wear their shorts and their polo, and maybe like a backwards cap or something like that. Basically, Vivy, but little boy. Essentially. Also, he can fly, and can fly. So, I mean, he's a robot, so he has limitless stamina. He's super fast, and he's just a classic, touchstone of anime culture. So
he's Astro Boy. He's literally like one of the
Astro
OGs.
Boy.
Yeah,
he is Astro Boy.
I do feel that like the flight. I don't know how much flight is going to help you in a tennis match. Actually, I don't know because the ball doesn't go that high up. You use their thrusters. Maybe you zip around.
Yeah. He has the ability to. Maybe somebody's like, I know what I'll do. I'll hit it so high that he won't even be able to hit it. I guess.
That's kind of like a really bad strategy in tennis.
But then
it?
he'll just fly up at this ball. Like he's spiking balls that are like so high up where people are like, I'll just hit it over his head. And he's just like, boop.
But like,
and then just like.
No, but if it's that far over his head, wouldn't that mean that it's like going to be out of bounds?
Well, no, they can like go over your head and then like have it behind you.
Okay, if it's behind them, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Well, up against Astro Boy is my character, Rock Lee from the hit anime series Naruto.
Yes.
Yeah, you might have heard of it. Rock Lee, he is a ninja with like no ninjutsu. He just uses I forget, taijutsu, I think is what they call it, where he has like no like basically let's be real. He has no magic. He's just like he's basically Mashal. He's basically Mashal. He just like he's in the Magic Academy in the Magic Town, and he has no magic. He's just basically relying entirely on his physical prowess. And he takes off the weights. He's training for the year in his weights. And at the beginning of the Wimbledon, he takes off his weights and just crushes so much grass with his weights that it's like upsetting a little bit when he takes them off and is ready to go. And Rock Lee is training to impossible levels for this tournament. He is so ready. He is so dialed in to win this tournament, and he is basically like bred for it. This is like his bread and butter. He is an athlete through and through, and I think the game of tennis would be just come naturally to him. And I'm curious.
He is a tryhard. He is a tryhard. Yeah.
And Guy says he's for sure mentoring him too.
Yeah, he will give it 100 million% plus ultra.
Plus bushy brows. Bushy brows for sure.
Yeah. How could you go wrong with bushy brows?
Yeah. Now,
Jay,
Joel and I
obviously
have pled our cases. And we defer to our supreme overlord in the ReZero hat.
Jay.
That's yeah. Jay Garrity and Sama.
No, I'm just like a silhouette, actually. I'm
a shadow.
So
the eminence in shadow.
I feel like this is a very close matchup because, like, while Rock Lee might not have powers in the like superpower sense, his power, like his strength, is kind of a superpower.
Like he takes on magic users with like just pure strength and determination. Yeah.
So, are we talking Rock Lee with the weights on or weights off?
No, I said at the beginning of Wimbledon he takes them off. It's part of his build up to the tournament. Yeah.
Okay.
He's training with them on, and then he takes them off.
I feel like even, I don't know. I feel like the way this is going is, Rock Lee would probably have the most insane smashes in the tournament, and I don't know if Astro Boy would be able to respond to them.
Yeah, that's kind of fair actually. And I think let's just say that both these characters would probably look good in the tennis getup, but I kind of feel like Rock Lee's got that kind of like dorkiness to him that'd be kind of like it would win the fans over. I think.
Yeah.
It's kind of Rock Lee's whole thing, you know.
Okay. People see Astro Boy and be like, "Get that Astro Boy out of here!
That's a child. Can you even play in Wimbledon?" Yeah,
Astro Boy gets hit in the head with the tennis ball that Rock Lee spiked.
Yeah,
just like bounces off.
Jay,
who are you voting for?
Yeah, tell us.
I think Rock Lee moves on.
Okay.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad that he is, because it makes it more interesting.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I like Rock Lee. Maybe my favorite character in Naruto. You just want to root for him. He's just, I don't know. He's a cool dude. Cool dude.
You gotta root for the Rock, Dwayne Rock Lee Johnson.
There you go. 7 remain.
Live action Naruto. I was gonna say Rock Lee played by The Rock, but no, probably like Might Guy by The Rock.
Both too big. You know who'd be like the best Rock Lee casting? Would be like Michael Cera or something, I feel. He's got like the right level of awkwardness. Yeah. Anyway. Misato Katsuragi returns to the ring.
Misato, she's back. She's in her tennis outfit.
I'm not going to do that.
Key to the tennis outfit, ponytail.
Yeah,
I made an executive decision just now. I got Ranma. I don't want Ranma to go through the ringer. So instead, I've rolled it once more.
Okay, sure.
You guys consent? Okay.
Yeah.
Itadori. Yuji Itadori. I think that's
Itadori.
Jay's character.
This is my character.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I put this guy in just because like his physical prowess is insane.
Yeah.
Naturally gifted in athleticism, and that he might not have the superpowers like the other people in his story, but like what he doesn't have in that, he more than maketh up for in physical prowess.
I know. I'm glad. He also threw me off. I thought he misspoke, and then it was like, no, that's what he's going
maketh
for.
up for. Yeah.
It's a reference. Don't worry about it.
Okay, I'm worried.
Well, here's
about
the thing. Here's the thing about Itadori too. Like before he even gets powers, he's already like supernaturally strong.
Yeah,
which is
it's a whole thing where they're like, it kind of is sort of partially explained how he's so like superhumanly strong, but it's kind of also like not really.
Yeah.
But he's like absurdly strong for a human. Like he's like jumping up to like over buildings somehow. It's like
he can leap over a building in a single bound.
He can leap tall buildings in a single bound.
And I think, I think unfortunately for Misato, I think he's just like such a natural athlete that
don't do it. Don't do it.
I can't help but think.
Don't do this to my girl.
It's my decision, so it is me. It is up to me. I'm sorry, Misato, but like you're going up against a guy who literally fights against like supernatural beings,
like
with nothing.
See you guys next
the
week.
devil.
Yeah, he literally fights essentially the devil who can like slice things to pieces with like grit and determination and these fists of fury. So yeah, I can, and just picturing Itadori in like the tennis getup too. It works. It works for sure.
Yeah.
For what it's worth.
Okay, fine. Me and Misato will go and we'll start our own tennis tournament
with blackjack
and hookers.
For what it's worth, I would have voted for Misato if I had the choice.
Would you really?
Yeah.
For the memes.
For the memes.
Yeah. Jay's in a meme mood.
Yeah, I can tell.
Mood.
I'm not a very fun guy,
I also
so I'm using
think it would be really funny if one of these tournaments ended with Misato winning.
I think she's won one. I think she won like the one where we were like trying to get a getaway driver or something.
I think she was in the winning team or something. Maybe. Yeah.
Well, whatever.
That would be
Misato
honestly.
we'll chill.
Like, hold on a second. I think that'd be really funny actually if Misato made it to the end of this. Like thinking about it.
Yeah.
That's you bring up a good point, Jay, because like you're right.
Well, now you said it. We can't do it now. You can't do
that's
a joke
true.
after we.
Yeah. No, I was actually what I was doing is I was setting up for a bit where I like gave you some hope, Cole, and then I crushed it. Itadori moves on.
My hope is already crushed.
Yeah.
If
what
it was
is
crushed
hope?
Anymore, I would be
Well,
dead.
we'll see you next tournament, Misato.
Yeah. See you next tournament. See you in roughly
Exactly.
a month or two.
Yeah.
Exactly. Don't worry. She'll be back.
She'll be back. Yeah.
It's like the end of a James Bond movie.
Yeah.
It's like the end of a James Bond movie. Like James Bond will
Misato
return.
will return.
Misato will return.
Mike, if you have enough willpower during the edit, could you like fade the screen to black for a minute and just put Misato will return?
At the very end, like after the bye-bye, fade to black, do the James Bond theme, and then Misato will return.
That's a good way to get the YouTube video flagged for copyright. But yes, okay,
whatever.
yeah, I'll totally do that.
They already flag us for
They
copyright
already
all the time.
Weirdly,
Anyway.
I don't know why.
Yeah,
Tengen Uzui.
he's
I've
back.
introduced him. He's back. He's flashy. He's rocking out. He's the bad boy of tennis. Yeah.
He's back. He's definitely got 2 arms.
definitely has still 2 hands to play tennis with. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, going up against like actually quite a fierce competitor here, I believe. This wheel, by the way, loves this character. It's rolled this character like so many times that I just was like, okay, we're not just having the entire tournament be versus this character. Ranma Satame.
Yes.
Who would have faced every character thus far if the wheel had its way. So
the wheel always likes one character, it seems.
Yeah.
It always wants to get one in there a million times.
And you just have to make
we've
the
already
decision. Yeah.
We've already discussed both of these characters, and unmemely, like I genuinely think Ranma would take this one. They're basically like on par.
They're on par.
But Ranma's already like an athletic person who already competes.
I don't know.
Where I feel like my thing with Uzui is he'll get too big, you know, like where he'll He'll kind of become like a Johnny Manziel, Mike, if you will.
Like the hubris.
Yeah.
idea.
The hubris
these
will get
two-
to him, and then like he won't listen to our instructions or anything like that, and then he'll end up losing because he doesn't take it seriously.
The only thing that I don't think we've given enough gravity to for Ranma is like the sabotage factor, because like in his story, everything he does just like gets sabotaged all the time.
Kind of goes to crap pretty quickly.
Like, like it's just kind of a big thing in most of Rumiko
Somehow
Takahashi's books.
Ranma will go up against an opponent who somehow is like, oh, you didn't know they use a jet-powered tennis racket that shoots lasers at you.
Yeah, but he would overcome it. He would overcome it in the end. See, he comes up against all of this stuff, and he still wins in the end.
Ranma half is so good. Watch it if you're not. It's on Netflix.
The anime? The new anime is
so
really
The new
good.
anime is super good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang. I don't. Who? It's Jay who decides this one. I
It's
don't
Jay who
know where.
decides this
I
one.
don't know where to go with this one in my heart either. So I'm kind of glad it's getting taken out of my hands a little bit because I think this is pretty much a coin flip.
Yeah, I think so too. But at the end of the day, one person's athleticism feats leads to them going through harsh times, and the other leads to them kind of going through harsh times, but it goes back to status quo after. So
and they get a harem. Well, I guess they both have harems.
They both have harems.
Yeah, they both.
He
have
literally,
harems.
Uzui literally has three wives.
Uzui literally has it pretty good, honestly. He like retires from his job and he's just like, I'm just gonna kind of like be Uzui.
I'm just gonna chill.
I'm just gonna chill.
So for that
That's great.
for those reasons, I think I'm gonna go with Ranma.
Okay.
I think like the scale just slightly tips in his favor.
I think the probably being familiar with tennis probably helps.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Is there even an arc in? I'm sure there is in Ranma 1/2.
there must
where he plays
be.
tennis.
be.
There has to be. Well, we have a new face to the ring.
Oh,
And their color is blue on my wheel, and it's fitting because it's Miyuki Shirogane, as nominated by Jay Gardian-sama. Yes.
Okay.
Jay, tell us
And
more.
the wheel rolls Ranma again. No, we're not doing Ranma.
Okay. So
And we're not doing Miyuki either. Dang it, wheel.
We've talked about like Ranma being really good at learning and like after a year. And it's kind of the same for Shirogane. Yeah, he might start off as like a bumbling idiot at the thing. But like there are literal chapters in the manga where like he'll pick something up in like a week and then like be like really good at it. Now imagine that if he had like a year.
Oh,
That's true. And he was like dedicating himself. He's like a guy. He is dedication. That's his like main personality trait almost. Is like he might not be the best, but damn it, he's gonna make himself the best. And I kind of respect that.
And
Will
like
got spunk, kid.
That's spunk. Yeah.
He's got that
I will
dog
kind
in
of
him.
say though, like I think Jay, you missed an opportunity to nominate Chika Fujiwara here. Just saying, the person who trains Miyuki to become so.
And imagine
powerful.
her in a ponytail with a little bow
with a
in her
bow,
hair
with a little bow.
and the tennis outfit, the white tennis outfit.
Yeah.
Miyuki definitely rocks a tennis outfit too, though. Not gonna lie.
Oh yeah,
Again,
yeah.
He kind
he'd
of
look
like
good.
he has that like tennis boy look, you know.
Definitely,
for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah. He kind of looks
Now
like
who-
Raphael Nadal.
Kind of. Yeah. Who is Miyuki going up against, Mike?
Another one of Jay's characters, your forger from Spy Family.
Okay, so this one I'm gonna look directly at Cole when I say this one. Okay, tennis outfit, right? Your forger tennis outfit.
I already thought of that, Jay. Yeah, that was the
Ponytail.
first thing I thought of. Yeah, no, that was the second thing I thought of.
And then also, I mean, I guess it's kind of unfair, but like there was a tennis match in Spy Family, and
Yeah,
like,
that was the first thing I thought of too.
How is she at tennis though? In Spy Family?
Ridiculous.
She's really good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of
They like go up. It's like a literal like underground tennis match where people are like trying to fire weapons at them. Like there's a sniper targeting them as they're playing, and somehow they still come out ahead.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, so she's clutch too.
She's clutch. Oh yeah.
She's
I mean,
a little clumsy though. A little
well,
clumsy.
I mean, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's
but
fine.
like also like when she plays sports, like the ball will like create a crater on the opponent's side of the field when she spikes it.
Well, I mean, no, in all seriousness, like besides the Gooner stuff that Mike keeps pointing out, stop pointing that out.
He's still salty that Vivy.
This
lost.
is an anime podcast. We're supposed to be a little bit goonery.
There's a little bit of horniness to anime. It's just a fact of the culture.
But in all seriousness, like your Forger is like she's
a wicked candidate.
She's kind of like
assassin.
Misato, but better.
Yeah. Basically, like a more capable Misato.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going up against a high school
sure.
student.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I know where I'm leaning on this one.
I know where I'm leaning on this one too.
I guess, yeah, it is. I'm the only one who can't vote because it's me and me.
Mm-hmm.
So you get to watch me and Cole to pick your character over your character.
Yeah, I guess you'd be the tiebreaker on this if need be. But
if need be. Yeah.
I'm going your Forger on this one.
Yeah,
your
me too.
Forger.
Not only is she like canonically like already like she wouldn't need to learn to use her body. She already knows how. Miyuki's gonna be. She bypasses the whole bumbling step and just like gets to hone her craft.
Mm-hmm. And then she gets the year of training, so that kind of overcomes
the year of training is like craziness. Yeah,
the clumsiness. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, your Forger.
Only 4 remain. Only 4 remain, which means we have 3 more rounds. Rock Lee. Okay. You know
Rock
him.
Lee.
You love him. Bushy brows himself. He's rocking out. The dweeb of the tournament. The lovable dweeb. Up against the female assassin. Your Forger.
Ooh.
This is a good match. This is a good match. I would pay per view this match. I would watch this match.
I get
this is what we should have gotten instead of Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul.
That's right. Instead of just watching Mike Tyson's butt, we would have this. I don't know where I'd go on this one actually, because I think they're both. I know, but they're both basically like hyper capable super athletes.
Mm-hmm.
I feel in my heart of hearts that Rock Lee has like that kind of. He's not as clumsy as Yor. I feel like he's probably also locking in and training a little harder. Like he is literally living his like he's like a method actor. He is literally living life as a tennis pro for the entire year that he has to train. Like he's probably barely sleeping. Like he's just that is his life.
Okay.
You know?
So here's my argument for your tennis outfit ponytail.
That is a very strong argument.
And also, like, I mean, if we're being serious, like, she would be a very capable competitor.
Very capable.
Yes, she would be. This is super close, but I have to give the edge to the person who can compete against people who have supernatural powers and still be, like, in contention with them. So that, like, that aspect of Rock Lee, like, I think physically they're both super similar. But Rock Lee has that experience of already, like, competing's the wrong word, but like battling against other characters who have like the ability to, I don't know, turn him inside out.
And like kind of holds his own basically.
Yeah.
Him. That's kind of, I think that's a good point to bring up here.
So I got to go Rock Lee on this one. But
wow,
again,
I'm surprised.
Here's my question here. Where do superpowers come and play in a tennis match?
No, but I mean like he has like, that's an intangible to him. Is like if he can do that, I trust him to go against just normal tennis people.
It's like it's on his resume. Is kind of how it comes up. I kind of
it doesn't. I know what you mean, Jay, but like it's just like he has done this, so like that gives him the edge over your Forger, I think.
Okay. Well, how about Rock Lee facing off against Itadori? Now, this is a very tough one. So this is me versus Jay again, I think.
Yeah.
And frankly, they're incredibly similar characters.
They're pretty much like the same character.
They're pretty well the same character. I think this one comes down to...
I think there's one thing that gives one of these characters the edge. But
what do you think that is?
Please, Jay.
I think Rock Lee, in terms of training, would have a little bit more discipline than Itadori.
Yeah, you're probably onto something there.
Maybe. Now, here's the other thing, though. We are trying to sell this individual, right? And just picture them, you know, like in a photo shoot or whatever.
Yeah.
Prior to the tournament, Rock Lee comes in. He's just like this awkward guy. And Itadori, like he's got He's got some swag to him, you know? Like he's in that oversized white t-shirt. He's got the shorts on. So I'm strictly voting on appearances. I'm going with Itadori on this one.
I think that's kind of what you got to do here because they're basically the same.
They're basically the same.
I have a counter argument to that though. Okay, so like you throw in Rock Lee, right? And like the guy on the other side of the court is looking at this guy and he's like, this guy looks like he doesn't look like much. I don't need to try that much against him.
Underestimation.
Then he looks at Itadori and he goes like, okay, this guy, I see why he's on the field here. Let's go.
I hear you.
Not to argue against my guy, but like
no, it's
my vote's already
academic integrity as a journalist.
Integrity, yeah. My vote's in. I'm going Itadori on this one.
Okay.
So, again, like he looks like a tennis player.
Yeah. I kind of agree with you a little bit.
Yeah.
My heart says Rock Lee though. Well, gentlemen, tell me it's Itadori in the final round facing off against Ranma Saotome. And since you've eliminated my character, Cole and Jay, I get to decide the winner of this tournament.
All eliminated each other's characters.
Well, but some characters or eliminations hurt more than others, don't they?
I can only pick one. I mean, again, Ranma, he's just a competitor. You know, Itadori is gifted, true. There is no doubt about that. But Ranma is also gifted, and he has martial arts experience, and therefore a competition experience.
So does Itadori.
Yeah. Itadori can't do shit, Jay. He's a scrub. Look at that. Look at that clown.
Fights like monsters and demons.
Look at that guy. That guy doesn't even know how to play tennis. I'm sure Ranma does.
You're just saying that. You're just saying that.
Of course, I'm trying to sell my guy. Sell my guy.
So what were to happen if? Oh, I don't know. You know, he's playing he's playing in the men's match, and like it starts raining.
Okay.
Right, and then all of a sudden,
they stop the match because it's tennis.
Why is there like a girl? Why is there a girl on the field here?
Well, then we enter him in the girls' side.
Yeah, but like he'd be disqualified from the men's because he's a she.
I feel like that's the hijinks that happens here, maybe with Ranma.
But then they'd figure somebody would come up and spill like scalding hot, like a boiling hot pot of water on him. Isn't that crazy in the anime where they like it's like a pot of boiling water?
It's not even warm water. It's like literal
like scalding
boiling.
hot. Yeah,
like
scalding hot water.
Serious burn injury water.
All right, Mike, you've heard both of our arguments. Jay's argument about Rain possibly turning Ranma into a girl, and my argument about Itadori just being I don't even remember what my argument was. I don't even remember.
I think, Cole, you know where I got to go on this one. And
of course,
I think
I think
we got Ranma and we got Itadori. And I think they would both rock the tennis outfit.
Objectively true. We do have Ranma and Itadori.
Yeah.
Ranma is like he does training already. So I'm not concerned about his ability to train.
Yeah, for sure. They're both. I think they both would lock in. I think they'd both lock in. I feel like that's true. But I feel in my heart of hearts, one of these characters has. They both got that dog in them. One of them's got that fiery spirit for competition and organized sports and organized competition. And I feel like even though the hijinks would happen, it always kind of seems to work out in their favor in the end anyway. And I think that Ranma Saotome wins this tournament. I think that they're our candidate. I think that's probably who we enter. And we can't forget the obvious. They get 2 entries. They get to enter in the women's and the male side of Wimbledon.
Here's the thing with him. Like his flexibility, it just works. Like, the men's side looks too strong. We'll enter him in the women's side. He'll do really well against the women, or other way. The women's side looks too strong. Enter him in the men's side.
Yeah, I think both. Put him in both.
Put him in both.
Yeah. So why not? Ranma Saotome is our victor for this tournament. I'm sorry, Jay. I'm so sorry.
Hey, and there can only be one winner.
Crumbles.
Yeah, that's how the cookie crumbles.
Now, quickly, just super fast, have all of the fallen combatants just scroll up on the screen in memoriam.
In
a moment of
memoriam,
silence.
yeah. Moment of silence for them and all other people that need moments of silence. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much for listening to that. No, okay. Before I get into the spiel, I've got to just say a few things. Thank you so much for coming and recording this podcast with me, my friends. We've got an anime review next week. It's Your Lie in April. I'm just getting ready. For the tears, tears to flow.
Alleged tears.
Alleged tears. After that, we've got a manga review. That's is it Nue's Exorcist? Is that how you say that? Nue's Exorcist. Okay. And then the next anime review after that would be Ponpo the Cinephile. Our listener's choice options are Vivy Fluoride Eye Song. She cannot play tennis, as established by this tournament.
Incorrect. Wrong.
Serial Experiments Lane.
Worst tennis player than Misato, confirmed.
Texonalize is the third option. Those are all cyberpunk anime, in case you didn't know. So go and vote on those. And I mean, hey, thank you so much for listening to another episode of AniPro. If you liked it, please leave a like, subscribe, leave a review, tell a friend about us. If you really like us, why don't you consider supporting us on Patreon like these lovely people? Mr. Family Guy 36, Elijah Wood, Brain Dead B-Dog, Peach, Frama, Kratos, Just Juzz, Mogmog, Free Ren's Feet, Antonio Bustos, Uncle of Light, and Super Mexi. By supporting us on Patreon, you get access to all sorts of perks, and it really helps the show out. We're also on social media at AniProPod, and please join our Discord community to keep up with us and other listeners. Links to everything is in the description or at our website, AniProPod.com. Whose turn is it to lead us in a round of bye-byes?
You.
I'll take it. I'll take it this time.
Take the torch.
Gentlemen, I'm so happy to be here, and I'm so happy to win another tournament. I don't want to brag, and I don't want to hold it over your guys' head from
Mike,
up on
I
high.
want you to know you're the one who did this.
You did this. You both did this.
Oh.
No, anyway. We'll say as we do at the end of every episode of the Anime Protagonist podcast, or AniPro as we call it now. I don't know why I said our full name, our full legal name.
Our full government
weird.
name.
Yeah.
We've
changed
anyway.
names.
Yeah. Anyway, bye-bye.
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 One of these days I'll just have it ready to go.
Unlikely.